Super.
All right, so we are here in the month of April, the fourth month of the year, the fourth book of the year on the Unicorn Readers Club with me and Neelam Sharma from Unicorn Insight. And we also have some amazing people who have joined us on this call. From this month onwards, we have opened the call for all our clients, all our subscribers, all our team members, all the people, anyone and everyone who would like to be a part of the book club. This book club was started with the sole objective that people read more. In the world where we watch a lot of television, we watch a lot of web series, we watch a lot of social media, we thought, how about making the best of the screen and actually creating a book club where we can encourage reading books and recommend books and summarize book. So me and Neelam Sharma, my awesome colleague here, we came up with this idea early 2021 to start a book club. We sat on it for a while and finally we decided, chalo, 2022, har mahina ek book, which was our New Year resolution. The fourth month, 4 books so far. Looking forward to know more. And I'm going to now hand it over to Neelam. I'm Ashwini Chube, the founder of Unicorn Insight, and also the book club. Of course, the book club, me and Neelam both, we have founded it. So it is a wonderful time to have with all of you. And yes, we have some awesome more people joining in. We have Manali joining in. So Manali, more than happy to have you. Also very, very thankful for Sibas for being our community partner. And over to you, Neelam. Do you want to start with the book, the introduction and all of that? Let's start.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ashwini, for the introduction and for telling our viewers that all the participants what the book club is all about. So it is a very beautiful initiative because in this world uh, we have maintained a distance from our book and we are more towards social media and other platforms.
Yes.
But still, it is a medium which is a beautiful medium to go deeper into yourself, understand, learn, unlearn. So, definitely, this initiative is very close to my heart. And thank you, Ashwini, for
Yes.
being there with me on this one.
We are
So
Jay Viru
yes,
of the book club.
guys,
You and I are Jay and Viru of the book club.
yes, yes, absolutely. So, so far, it has been a very beautiful journey, a very good initiative taken by Ashwini. I just became part of it. It was your brainchild only. So this month, the book's name is Rework. It's a very unconventional book, and as I said, unconventional. It is for unconventional people because it breaks a lot of myths
It
about
does.
how we should be doing our job. And if you think differently, and if you believe that your idea uh, is unique, the book is for you. So
Yes.
this is a very unique book. Even I have not read anything like this. So this book contains so many things. We'll discuss it later on, but just to give you a broad idea of the book. So, if you are a very creative person, if you want to do something different, if you have unique ideas, so go for this book. This
Yeah.
book will definitely, give fire to your ideas.
Yes.
So the book is written by David H. Hassan and Jason Fried, and both of them are from the software IT industry. They are not conventional authors, and because they have been running businesses, they have been developing software, and they are into business for like many years. So they know the trait of the business, and they have successfully done so much in their career that they wanted to share their knowledge with us, how they succeeded, and this is how the book came into the existence. So the book breaks lot many barriers about how what has been fed to us, in so many years. uh, for example, you know one point which we always listen and get to hear from others is that, okay, learn from your failures, learn from your failures, failures are good, failures are good. So what the authors say about it, that don't believe in this.
Don't
Failure
believe in
will
this
give
crap.
you nothing. Learn from your success. The idea that that made you successful is the one which will create even more success. Develop that idea rather than, clinging on the failure. And uh, mm, why this is said, because we know that if we, cling on too much on failure, we get into kind of low vibration. We are more into the failure mindset rather than a success mindset. That's why the authors say that thinking about which ideas got failed. So this is one unconventional point which or concept which I learned from the book, because I always, जैसे बड़े बोलते थे कि ओके, आप कोई बात नहीं, अपने फेलियर से सीखते हो, आप सीखते हो. Definitely we learn from our failure, but sometimes we get into the loop. So the
Yes.
authors are saying that don't get into the loop, get out of it, work on the successful things rather than working on failures or thinking about failures.
Wow. Wow. And Neelam, you know why I sorry. Should I say, because so Neelam, why this book actually came into picture, if you can, oh, I think my light is reflecting, but if you can see this book, um I was we just finished reading the Atomic Habits last month, which was book of the month for last month, and I was reading its reviews, and I was also reading something more on that and all of that, and this book popped up on my screen. Okay, and I was like,
Oh.
okay, yeah, मैंने ये सुना तो नहीं है Rework ये book. What is the book all about? I was just very, very curious. Okay, and I'm the kind of person who will see something and who will take action immediately. Okay, I'm that kind of person. So because if I'm guided, I'll take action. So I downloaded the book and I was reading it, and at one point of time I was so lost in how the book was that I was like, wow, this is phenomenal. Also later on I found out that Ankur Warikoo, one of the most great inspirational speaker, he speaks about this book, and he says that he gifted this book to many people, and I was like, okay, kuch to hai ye book mein. After that I read a review where someone wrote that if I had to give jobs to two people, one person who has done an MBA and the other person who has done the Rework, who has read a Rework book, I will give the job to the person who has read the book Rework.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, so I was like, okay, chalo, ye book of the month hai. And I think yesterday night 12:30 or something like that, I was in my creative zone. I was out with friends. Yeah, I was out with friends. I came back home a little late, and otherwise I have a habit of sleeping early. But yesterday was the day I stayed awake, and I was like, okay, this is it. This is the book which I really need to put it. And what you spoke about failure and success, when I look back at my life, at my profession, I've realized that yes, we need to believe more in success than in failure, and that's what the book is all about.
Yes, yes. The second point the book says is that planning is only guessing. Don't waste your time in too much planning. And we actually do so. So we plan our things for 30 years in our life, 10 years in our life, 5 years from now on. But we fail to look what is right now. So we fail to look at the present. And the book says that, planning depends on so many external factors. These external factors might get changed, and then your planning fails. And then again, you are in the loop. So don't do that. Instead of planning for like 10 years, 5 years, 1 year, just plan for next 10 days, next 1 week. So break your planning and do it.
This is what Savi explains. Planning is guessing. I was like, oh, that's absolutely mind-blowing. Wow.
Yes. So the book says, make decisions right before you do something, not far in advance.
Yes. Yes.
And this is important also, Ashwini, because if we have a creative mind, then too much of planning doesn't work. And creativity is important for innovation, to bring new ideas, and for success. So main factor for success, key element, is actually creativity. And if we plan too much, the creativity gets killed,
destroyed. Yes, absolutely. Neelam, what I also liked about this book was where he speaks about Ignore the real world. Okay, and this is what I often hear from a lot of our clients who are in workshops. They say that, Ashwini, during the workshop I feel charged up, but when I go back to my real world, I often feel very low. I often feel that nothing is possible, I'm stuck. And this is exactly how the pessimists, the people who really pull you down, will keep telling you. If you're a creative person, I'm sure you must have heard a lot,
Yeah.
because I used to keep on, my friends used to keep teasing me that, oh, you are too imaginative, khayali pulao, and all of that. And they used to always tell me that when I used to speak about an idea, people used to just say that that will not work in the real world. Niche aa jao, niche aa jao. But I really like the way he's put that. Real world inhabitants are filled with pessimism and despair. They expect fresh concepts to fail. They assume society isn't ready or capable for change. Even worse, they want to drag others down into their tomb. If you're hopeful and ambitious, they will convince you your ideas are impossible. They will say you're wasting your time. Do not believe them. That would be real for them, but it doesn't mean you have to live with it. We know because our company fails the real world test in all kinds of ways. In real world, you can't have more than a dozen employees spread out in 8 different cities or 2 continents. In the real world, you can't attract millions of customers without any salespeople. In the real world, you can't reveal. So the real world isn't a place; it's an excuse. This is what I want to highlight. The real world isn't a place; it is an excuse. It's a justification for not trying. It has nothing to do with you. How amazing is that?
Absolutely. Yes. Very well said.
Do you want to add something on this, Neelam?
Yeah, I mean, it is absolutely right what has been put by the authors here, because we should not believe the real world. Actually, there is no real world. It is actually a concept created by people who don't want to get changed. So they work on their fixed mindset,
Who want
and
to
they
stay
said this is
mediocre?
the real world.
Who want to
Yeah.
stay
So
mediocre?
they said this is the real world, and yeah, and whatever you are thinking beyond or outside that box is actually not real, and you are a dreamer only. But they fail to recognize that dreamers are the only ones who create new things, and all the creativity in this world is brought by dreamers only. All
What
the
if
new things,
what
new
if
ideas.
what if Thomas Edison had never imagined electricity? What would be doing
Well,
right now?
yeah.
Right? So dreamers. Neelam, one more thing which I liked about this book is about workaholism, not alcoholism.
Workaholic.
Workaholism. Okay,
Yeah.
we have
Being
Brenda joined
from
too.
corporate world, I so
So I'm just going to welcome Brenda and Prachi, who
hi.
joined a little later. So thank you for joining, ladies. Pleasure to have you. Super. Hi.
Hi, ladies.
Okay. Sorry, Neelam,
Thank
you were
you
saying something.
for joining.
The workaholism and
Yes, so I was talking about workaholism because this is a thing which I face every day
yeah,
in my corporate life, because where people are efficient, they will not they will not do overtime. So you really need to be efficient, and to be efficient, you don't have to go in the loop that, okay, I'm a workaholic person, I need to put an extra hour for that.
yeah.
Be smart, do your smart job, and then save time for your creative ideas. This is what authors say, and they break another myth that, okay, being workaholic is one of the key elements to get successful.
Yes. And Neelam, one more thing I've observed is it has also become a cultural thing with us Indians. Okay. I'm not sure about
Especially Indian.
how things are with others, but I've seen this especially with Indians. I see a lot of people have glorified workaholism to the extent that, even the parents would say that, oh, my child is very busy at work, he or she works for 20 hours, that kind of, or even spouses talk that, oh, my husband is very busy or my wife is very busy. And people, just the first way to have an icebreaker to is people ask how is work, and people would say, oh, hectic. So if you have hectic work, if you have hectic schedule, people believe that they are important. And if not, and that's a very subconscious conditioning which has happened. I don't blame anyone for that, but we have subconsciously programmed ourselves to believe that. So yes, workaholism, here the author says that workaholics wind up creating more problems than they solve. First off, working like that just isn't sustainable over time. When the burnout crash comes, and it will hit much harder.
Agreed. Totally agreed.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yes. So another unconventional thing that the book talks about is embrace your constraint. Okay, embrace your limitations. You have to respect that you have limited resources. And when you know that you have limited resources, you will try to put best use of the resources. So you won't waste resources, you won't waste your time, you won't waste your energy and everything that you have in limitation. So to be more efficient, you really need to understand that constraints are good. So don't get into the mindset, okay, मेरे पास तो बस इतना ही है, इसमें तो मैं इतने में तो मैं इतना ही कर सकता हूँ. This is not the way. Actually, you should think that, okay, मेरे पास इतना है, मैं इसमें best क्या कर सकता हूँ? What best I can put in this amount? So this is what the book talks about, and very beautifully put there. Your thoughts, Ash, on that? Ashwini, you're on mute.
I'm sorry. So many times I believe that when we look at our constraints, it gives us clarity. That's the way I look at it. That we get more clarity when we look at the constraints, and that makes us more efficient. That's been my own experience. That for efficiency, this looking at the constraints is very important. And yes, I mean, I love the way, Neelam, what I also love this book for is they've written in a very crisp manner, without any extra things written. They've just wrote it in a very quick and easy manner, and absolutely amazing. So
because they are not professional authors, they are people like us only.
there are people like
so
you
they
and me.
know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's the beauty of the book.
Yes. So, like for all of you who are present here on the call, and also for people who will watch this later as a video on all our social media, all I can say is to start with for this April month. First and foremost, buy this book, whether you buy it on Kindle or you buy it in a paperback or whatever model you decide to buy it. From next week onwards, if anyone would like to participate, discuss, please let us know a little in advance, and please be there on the Zoom call where you can participate, read and discuss, just like how me and Neelam are doing. And yes, on the last Sunday of April, we will have a quick catch up on Google Meet or on Zoom, for where in which we can share the knowledge, speak about it, connect to each other. See, the only reason we are not yet doing an in-person meet is, of course, because if we come to know that there are 20 people who are going to be there, we'll be happy to do that. So probably we will do it a little later this year. But we believe that, first let us all come together, connect, bond. Also, having an online discussion gives us the flexibility of operating from our own times, our own places. Like Neelam is in Delhi, I'm here in Mumbai, Brenda is in Goa. We also have people from, I think Charmi is, she's not in India. So, we are in different parts of the world. It becomes more inclusive and all of us can participate. That's why for now we are doing a Google Meet or a Zoom session. But of course, we look forward to have a person-to-person session maybe sometime later this year. And we are looking forward to it. But, we would really love to see your participation too in this book reading, and would love to hear your overviews on it.
Absolutely. This is a readers club. This is not a This is,
Yes.
and there are many readers in this club, except barring Ashwini and I.
Of
And
course.
please be here with us. It gives a lot of motivation, a lot of positive energy to both of us. And we would love to hear from you, because we know that we've been talking about the book a lot, but your perspective would be an interesting one. We just know that. So please come with your ideas, your thoughts on the book and the concepts discussed in the book. We would love to have you here.
Wonderful. Looking forward for that. Prachi, Brenda, would you like to add anything? Um, anyone wants to add something? And we will be closing the call in another
Go
6
ahead.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I couldn't hear her.
Is she speaking?
Hello.
Yeah.
I think we lost the
We have
voice.
lost the voice. No worries. I think from next week we will be having even more planned approach towards reading the book. For now, your word of advice also to all of you who will watch this later is buying the book and reading it. So yes, we very much look forward for all of that. And yes, in the week too, you can share the snippets and all on the group. You can share what do you like about the book, any paragraph you loved, and all of that. So yes, I really look forward to have more of all of this. And yeah, thank you. And
Yes,
I think
absolutely. Would love to have you, all of you, with us.
so. I think Neelam, if no one wants to add anything, we can call it a day. This was, I think, a quick call on the book club, and we try and make every Sunday late evening. This is a time so that you can have your dinner, and if, because I know a lot of us have small kids at home, so probably evening time, if you want to spend with your family, finish all of that, and 9:30 is the time you can just come, sit, talk, and discuss together. So we will see you next Sunday, 9:30 p.m. And of course, in the meanwhile, happy to hear from you, happy to hear about your participation. And if you want to know anything more, please get in touch with me or Neelam. And all right.
Yes,
Neelam,
of course.
should we call that a day, and I'm just going to
Have a
pause.
very good evening, all the lovely
Yes.
people.
Have a very good evening, guys, and thank you.